Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So far in part 1, we laid the foundation of our Django API project. We started off by setting up a dedicated project folder to keep things neat and organized. Then we set up a virtual environment to isolate project specific dependencies. After that, we installed Django and verified it was working smoothly. Finally, we install Visual Studio Code and set it up as our code editor. If you missed that or want a quick refresher, just tap the link right here in the corner to watch part 1. I am breaking this series into short, easy to follow parts like part 1, part 2, and so on to make it easier to understand and more enjoyable to watch. Each part covers a logical grouping of steps, helping you learn smoothly and follow along at your own pace. Now, in part 2, we are going to take things further. We will create the actual Django project, then set up our first app. Further, install a few useful VS Code extensions, and finally, launch the development server to see everything working. After that, in the next video, we will continue by registering the app, applying the initial migration, creating a super user for admin actions, and building our first model. So grab your keyboard and let's keep building the right way with Django. If you remember, earlier we had created our project folder and we name it as movie underscore drf underscore project, right? Let's jump right into where we left off. I am inside my working folder now. You should also open your command prompt and activate your virtual environment. Just make sure you are in the right project folder and your virtual environment is activated. Great. Now we are ready to start our Django project. Since this project is inspired by IMDb, so I am going to call it as REST movie. But you can name it anything you like. Maybe like a movie box or movie mate or even my IMDb clone. Whatever feels right to you. So let's go ahead and create our Django project. So for that, we will use the command Django admin start project and the project name. So in my case, the project name is Rest Movie. Okay. Before running the command, open your project folder. Great. This way, you will be able to see the change right after. Now go ahead and run the command. As soon as you do, a new folder named Rest Movie will appear inside your current directory. If you open this folder, you will find all the essential Django project files created for you. Let's run the command and see it in action. Yeah. The one thing to note, you will now see two main folders. One is the virtual environment, that is m underscore env that we had created earlier. The other is your Django project folder. In my case, it is called REST movie. Don't mix them up. The virtual environment remains outside the project folder. Now let's move into our project directory or folder. To do that, we can say cd rest movie. Okay. So everything from now on will happen inside this folder. If you explore the project folder, you will see, if you explore the Django project folder, then you will see manage.py. This basically is used to run the server and handle Django commands. Another folder also called rest movie. This contains your core settings, yeah, core settings, URLs, and the configuration files. Okay, don't worry about this for now. We will discuss each of them step by step as we move forward. Now we can open VS Code. VS Code we can open can be open in two ways. If you are already inside the rest movie folder in your command prompt, so you need to just type code space dot and enter. It will automatically open your VS Code editor. Okay. Or you can also manually open it. Like open the folder and select the folder like this and open it. You can choose whichever method you find easier. So once VS Code is open, let's install a few helpful extensions in VS Code to improve your coding experience. So go to the extension and search for first Python extension pack. Yes. Okay. The Python extension pack basically includes useful tools like Django support, IntelliSense, Jinja templating, and more. Now, in my case, I have already installed the extension. That's why I don't see the install button. But in your case, if you haven't installed it yet, you will see the install button. Just click it to get started. Another another helpful extension is Tab 9. Tab 9 AI Chat. This one provides smart AI based code suggestions. If you have already worked with Python or Django, it will help speed up your coding with intelligent auto completions. Okay, let's also install one more extension and we call it as Prettier. Prettier code formatter. Okay, so it's a popular tool that automatically formats your code to keep it clean and consistent. Also, it helps you follow standard coding styles and removes any formatting issues with just a click. Once you have installed these extensions, make sure to reload VS Code so they can start working properly. For that, you need to close the VS Code and again from the command prompt, run the command codes.space. Okay, so this way you can reload your VS Code. Now back to our project. In Django, everything works through apps. So let's create our first app to manage movies and shows. To do this, use command python manage.py start app and the app name, and then mention the name of your app. So I am naming it watch list app. Watch list app. You can name your app anything you like. Maybe Movie Magic, Movie Dash, or even Synlib. Similarly, in future, if we want to add a feature like blog or user login, we will simple create a new app like blog app, or we can say user app. Okay. So now we are going to execute it. Oh, here. So now in VS Code, you will see your app folder. Inside it, you will have view.py, models.py, admin.py, and more. Let's quickly test if everything is working fine so far. Then run the command, that is python manage.py run server. So with this command, you should see Django development server startup, right? Here we can see starting development server. That means, and now basically we need to open your browser and visit. So we have to open the browser and then we need to visit http 127.0.0.1 colon 8000. Well, so if you see Django welcome page, that means your project is up and running. Great. Just to recap it, yeah. Earlier we had created our folders that we called the project folder, and we called it as the movie underscore drf underscore project. Then we created a virtual environment and we call them as m underscore env. Then we have created a Django project and we named it as rest movie. Then further we created our first app, that is a watch list app. Then install some useful extensions, essential extensions. And finally, we had launched the development server. If anything wasn't clear up to this point, I recommend you to go back and watch it again because it's important to have a strong foundation before we move forward. In the next part, we will start working with models, handling migrations, and building out the app step by step. Thank you for following along. See you in the next one.